Hey Amber, I thought I'd put together the little recording and you could just watch it whenever you want, and that way you can watch it over and over again, and that'd be probably better than me just talking you through it. So this template's a little unique from most of our templates in that there's actually essentially two papers that she's used to create these patterns. So you have a colored background, so when you click on like the color, so I've got this kind of purple color here. When I go to the toolbox, I'll notice the fill color is purple. And so if I take the fill color off, it's just a white paper. And I can change the fill color by clicking on this little white arrow here. And I can use either any of these colors down here, like that's a pretty color, or here's the cool thing, I can actually take this little eyedropper and take it onto my picture if I wanted to match like the gingerbread house or the red, or something like that. So that's how you change the paper color. And then as far as the pattern, you have to click on the white part of the pattern, which is a little tricky. So you might want to zoom in. So you can use these zoom out, zoom in features here at the top. And if you zoom in a little bit, that's really close, it's easier to click on the white part. Oops, that's the text box. So I'm going to click outside of the text box. And I'll know I'm clicking on the pattern part because in the toolbox, if I go to the effects tab, the fill color is white. So that's how I know I'm on the right thing. And then now what I'm going to do is find a new pattern. So in these art collections, let me go back out. What I want you to do is click this Hide Premiere, so you don't have to search through all the collections, and then type in Jill. There's a designer named Jill Means, and her collections are a little unique in that they're PNG papers. If you don't know what PNG stands for, it's just a way to, it's a file that allows for transparency. So she has different collections, and each of them has some papers that, or a lot of them have papers that are transparent, so you can create patterns. So this one has a lot of patterns. It's called Classic Textiles. If you just click on this, you can open it up. So there's 16 different patterns, and you can find one you like better. Now what I would suggest, I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see this. I would suggest leaving the pattern locked, so you see this pink border around it, because then what you're going to do is just drag up your new pattern. Now if you don't see the drop photo here to swap button, just bring this out and back and swap. So you can see you can change the pattern. If you want to change the color of the pattern paper, you can do that as well. If you don't want it to be white, and white kind of works good so that you can, see the text, but you can play with it if you want, kind of a different type of pattern. Like maybe something like that would look fun, or so you can play around with this, and you can also play around with the transparency if you want it to be. That's a really strong pattern. She's got it set at a different transparency, so it's not so kind of bold. So I'll put it back on the white just in case that's where you want it. And that's it. So you can play with different patterns. Just click on the pattern part, and she has, kind of damask patterns you can swap through, or circles. Lots of different ones that you can just kind of play with until you find one that you like. So hopefully that helps. And I mentioned she has other collections. Not all of them have PNGs, but like the Holiday Basics does and Oceanography does. So in here in the Holiday Basics, by the way, I'm holding my son. He's eating a bottle. So if you hear little noises, that's him. Any of these papers down here that are gray, kind of black and white, those are the pattern ones. The ones with the color are not. But you've got, this is a damask. This one is just lines. So notice I'm always bringing my mouse to the right, and then that drop art here to swap comes up, and then I'm taking my mouse right in that red square and swapping it. If I just brought this up onto the paper, it wouldn't swap out. So it really has to go right inside that red box. Okay, if you make a mistake, don't panic. It's okay. Just go to edit, and there's an undo button, and it will go back to this, step you did just before. So hopefully that will help. And that's pretty much how you change it. Now if you change the color on one side and you want the color to be same like on the next page, here's what you want to do. You want to click on the paper that has the color. Oops, I keep ticking on the text box. So again, make sure you're on the paper because you'll know, because the fill color will be a color. So you click on that paper, and you're going to click copy, and then you can now right click on this next paper and do paste format. and it will change it to that same color. So just you also, I mean, there's a few ways you can, you know, take one thing and put it on the next page. You can also copy things. So if you're not sure where you found this pattern, make sure you clicked on the pattern, so the fill color is white. Click copy, and then you can go to the next page. You can actually delete this pattern. Okay, so I'm on the pattern. I can unlock it and click delete, and then I can do edit, paste special, paste in place, and it's going to paste it right in the same spot. So that is a really easy way to do that too. She's got these kind of big text boxes. I'm just going to make it a little small. And that's it.